Today I'm going to make a video talking about the essential gear that I use when I'm talking to clients via video meetings. So there's a million YouTube reviews about all kinds of equipment. The thing for me is that I focus on delivering advice, running client meetings, and most of you watching this are in the business of service or the business of advice. And if you're not running client meetings via video, you're really starting to fall behind. It's such a powerful way. You can geographically focus your business. It means you can have clients in any city in the country or even internationally. It means you can run meetings in a far more time-effective way. So what's the gear that I use? So first off, I'm not going to go into huge amounts of detail on any one particular thing. I'm just going to cover the essential basics. Now, let me just tell you, I've run literally tens of thousands of online video meetings. So this comes from a lot of experience, a lot of gear. What's the stuff that I find myself using all the time? The first bit of thing that I use is the software, and we use Zoom.us. I've used Skype, I've used GoToMeeting, I've used pretty much everything in between. When it comes to having face-to-face client meetings, I find it the easiest to use myself and the easiest to get my clients to use on the other end. So we have it all linked up and synced with our automatic calendar software so people can book appointments, and it sends them the Zoom link and everything else. It works fantastic. So efficient. So what equipment do we use when we're running most of our meetings? Well, the first thing I'm going to cover off is if I'm in the office. So I run a lot of meetings from here. I run them from a lot of the different places and offices at the Launchpad here at the Social Advisor. I run them from hotel rooms. I run them from other clients' offices. I run them from airports. So what do I use? Well, in the office, the first thing want to think about is audio. So audio, video, and perhaps some lighting. So as far as audio goes, there's two microphones which I use in the office for meetings. So this is the Rode NT USB. It's a great microphone. It works really well for client meetings, and it also works well as a podcasting or YouTube microphone if that's something that you wanted to expand on. I recommend a lot of advisors do voiceover videos for screen capture. So explainer videos for your clients, etc. This is a good microphone. Probably the one that I would recommend as the default, however, is the Blue Yeti. Make sure you don't get the one that has a different input. You want the USB input, not the XLR input, so it'll plug straight into your computer. These are both USB microphones. I want to make this as simple as possible for you. You don't need to be an audiophile or invest in crazy amounts of gear. So the Blue Yeti is good because it has a whole range of different adjustments here, which allows you to focus it on your voice in front of you. It allows you to make it omnidirectional, so you can put it in the middle of the table and have multiple people sit around it. Very adaptable microphone. It's also at a standard that's good enough if you know how to use it to make voiceovers, podcasts, etc. So runs at about 150 Australian dollars. Very good microphone in terms of versatility, and certainly that's one of the key staples for what we run in our video meetings. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is web camera. And I don't recommend you run your client video meetings using the standard webcam on your laptops, even when you're traveling. Even when I'm traveling and I'm in a hotel room, I still take one of these with me. So this is the Logitech, and I've just made the notes here for the model numbers, the C922, and it's really adaptable. It's really versatile. And I use this in the office, in our studios, and I use it when I'm traveling as well. Why not be professional? Why not look and sound as good as you possibly can? So the other thing you want is a tripod as well. Even if I'm in the office, you'll find that I'm using a tripod. So we'll have the web camera up on the tripod sitting behind the monitor. It makes it much more adaptable and easy to use. The goal here is when you're talking to someone, you want the camera to be at eye level. You want to actually not seem weird like you're looking down at them. You certainly don't want the camera looking up, into your nose, etc. If you're doing video meetings, you want to make it feel as natural and as comfortable as possible for the client that you're speaking to on the other end. And so using the webcam with the tripod mount, it simply clicks in. So you can see it here now, and that allows the webcam to be at my eye level. I'll find that if I'm doing meetings outside of the office, I may need to lift the laptop up. Usually I can find anything within a hotel room or a space that allows me to have the webcam sitting just above the screen so that when I'm looking at the person, it also looks like I'm looking at them. Most people I've come across, most advisors and professionals, don't use external web cameras when they're doing their client meetings, even when they're in the office. So they're typically using the webcam in their computer, and they're certainly not using it when they're traveling. It makes a big difference. It will make you look a lot sharper, and I think that's important. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is audio when I'm outside of the office. So the other thing that I use, and I love this microphone, I use it for so many different things. In fact, you're listening to me through this at the moment. This is the Rode Smartlav Plus. It is designed for smartphones. So you'll also want to buy the adapter if you're using it for this purpose. This adapter means that it will become stereo and you can plug it into the audio ports on your computer and your phone. So the adapter is the SC3. Okay, so the SC3, usually you can buy this together as a kit, and we'll link to that in the descriptions below, wherever you're seeing this video. The last little bit of gear that you want to have is a USB driven power supply and digital converter. So what this does is you plug the lapel microphone into this and it boosts the signal. If you simply plug this unpowered microphone into your computer, the audio levels will be too low. So this is a powered device. It's a really cheap one. It's really lightweight. I wouldn't necessarily use this for recording your best audio, but I'm telling you now, when I'm out and about and I'm traveling and I'm doing a client meeting on video, this is pretty damn good audio. And that just simply plugs into my laptop and I'm good to go. Okay, so what I'd really like you to do is let me know what gear you're using. How do you run your video meetings? I'd love for us all to share, and I'm really looking forward to learning from you guys, and hopefully you've got something valuable out of this as well. Looking forward to having the conversation with you in the comments below. Cheers.